against Deontay. And Tyson, just the final question. How do you envision this trilogy ending?
With him severely hurt on the floor, smashed to bits. Looks like he's been run over by an 18-wheeler truck. He was complaining last time he had a cracked skull and an injured arm. Oh, I can't wait for Saturday night. I'm going to really severely damage him. He'd be unrecognisable after the fight. His little pretty wife down there will not recognise him. Don't worry about that. I'll send him home butchered, like a butcher's block.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we've heard from Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I can't wait. Kate, I'm sure you can't either.
Pirate Radio episode 20, motherfucker. The big 2-0. With podcasts, it's not that big deal though. That shit goes by fast. Especially doing that shit every week. Well, you know, it is consistent, so I give myself that. 20 straight weeks. In the charts, nigga. Nah, imagine. You know how we do it here. I'm getting better at this, right? Survey says 6 views. But fuck it. I think everybody, like I said this before, of course, you know, the name of the second name of the podcast is called, I said this before in another episode. No, I said this before. That should be the second name. The third name last week I was what? I think I forgot. I think I forgot. It's like the different version of the Void Jones hip hop song. That shit was kind of disrespectful, low key, man. Like, you imagine my pops was one of the ones that, you know, must have forgot. And then this nigga Void Jones wants to be fucking a rapper all of a sudden, and then put my pops videos, highlights of getting knocked out in his fucking video. I would have been pissed. There was one specific part. He was just shaming him. And they were like, he went night, down. Yeah, I must have forgot. I was like, God damn, nigga. What you gonna say? That's Roy Jones. Nigga, in his old age, he was still rocking niggas out. Like, what you gonna do with the boxer? Unless you were MMA. And MMA, yo, is like, that's some shit you really, like, even females. Like, you know, even though I talk shit about feminism and all that, but the real positive sides, which, by the way, I have a what is it called? In other, it was gonna be called in other news, but in good news, I guess. There's a little segment I put at the end, because shit, every time I gotta talk about shit here, is always some bad fucking shit, which we would say negative, but it's, you know, awareness, because it is kind of creepy hours outside. And I'm not even talking about like nighttime. Like, it's creepy hours, daytime, nighttime, all that shit. And I just thought about right now, you know why I pop champagne probably every week? That sounds crazy, but I really do. And it's cheap champagne, don't get it twisted. But I think I pop champagne, aside from I just was like, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, let me just do that shit every week, fuck it. But I think now I'm like, okay, part of it, because I just made it up. But part of it is because, god damn it, look where we at. And god damn it, obviously praise the Most High. God is like a created Greek word, so it just means like judge or whatever. But anyways, but god damn it, Spike Lee was popping champagne when Biden won. Don't act like y'all ain't saw that shit. That shit was in the shade room and all that shit. I saw that shit. Me and my brothers, I told this before, of course. We was in City Island. We bought beers, and then, you know, the person was like, "Oh, yeah, celebrating?" And it was so beast that day, because I guess we heard it in the streets. For real, like on some fucking New Year's Eve and shit. And she was referring to celebrating because, you know, we looked Hispanic. And she connected it probably with the Biden shit. And we were like, nah, because it was really, I think it was, I forgot what it was just a get-together we had. That just so happens because, remember, the voting shit, it delayed a couple days, and all of a sudden on Saturday, they just want to be like, all right, let's just go ahead and declare it. because I guess they probably gave up and they were like, all right, fuck it, yeah, we fucking fucked up some of the votes and we hit some shit there, whatever. That Dika had chips. Or that might come out, or that might not. But hey, it is what this is the kayfabe news of United States of America. Season, what, 300 or something? 200 or something years? It's like season, like an opera show. Not an opera show, but it's like a soap opera. You know? With mixed with opera. Mixed with a little ghetto-ness. That's what makes America America. But referring to champagne, can you believe that shit? And then they don't come out. That's the thing. Come out now. No, come out. Don't stay out. Don't stay like in the tree like a cat. Like, no. Come down. Come off the tree and come and speak to your peoples. You know what I'm saying? By the way, the most ironic shit. I had a post. I don't care. I have people that follow me. I don't want to offend them, and I guess I have to. I mean, most of the time you go to them and they'll offend you because it's just everybody's different views. Back in the days we wasn't speaking about this shit. Now we are. It's detrimental, but not everybody looks good. I'm just putting up a mirror. You know? I'm just putting up a mirror. But I was watching this. I posted this on my Instagram story about the City Girls, which I didn't know. It's probably like an old music video, but City Girls came out like the last 3-4 years, I guess, less than that. And one of the lines of some fucking hood ratchet ass song, it was like, my baby, my man. I guess it's like some South chicks rapping, and she was like, my man being crazy, I'ma abort his baby. She said, I'm gonna kill his baby or abort his baby. I was like, is this what we listening to now? And this, like, of course, I'm like the old parent that comes out with the newspaper, like, what the hell, you damn kids? I understand, but we still young out here. But at the same time, it's like we seeing the progression of Illuminati music, the progression of white supremacy. Oh, like that little twist. No, but it's true. You furthering in white supremacy. Remember, we're supposed to be against it, right? Remember, these people pay people in certain groups. Maybe they don't even have group. They probably have a group that we don't even know about. That's within the group. That's within the group. And their job is just to you know, instead of like, you know, hey, everybody go to the gas chambers. No, we send them in a gas chamber, but, you know, era by era. AKA long-term game. You know? This ain't some shit that they just be like, yo, we gonna come out with this tomorrow, boom, boom. No. This is, I'm pretty sure they pay people to long strategize certain groups' demise. Certain groups. And if you made it through and, you know, you kept your head straight and you made it out of the gutter, then, hey, good for you. Don't make too much money, though, because we can find, you know, hey, once we say, yo, taxes, it's so scary that I'm pretty sure now they could just be like, yo, my man, yo, you making mad money. Yeah, yo, join these type of groups. If not, we gonna fuck with you. Fuck, what you talking about? Nigga, I got money. Oh, really? You ain't gonna join these certain things that we want you to do? Nah, nigga, I got my own money. You know, I'm chilling. I don't want to get none of that shit. I'm not into politics. All right, cool. All of a sudden, you have cops infiltrate your fucking place, and you're confused as fuck. And then you go, and you probably see the news, or you go to, like, I don't know, but peep this crazy ass scenario. And it's far-fetched, I know, but hey, it could all happen now. Now nothing's out of the ordinary. Nothing's far-fetched. And they could just hit, they'll choose let's say like a manly man that it ain't giving up on some Lil Nas X shit. And by the way, he's over here talking like, I'm his pussy now. And this is like, it's just a game. Whether or not he is not gay, whatever. But it's confusion. It's mass confusion, right? But sometimes it feels like if you're too much of a strong, manly man. I'm surprised LeBron James had. Whoa, did he wear a dress already? I think he did. I'm not sure. But you know, like that LeBron, at least, even if I don't fuck with LeBron, like on some shit, sometimes he be like, I'm the best, which he has to say he's the best. But he does be jumping on certain agendas. It's like, damn nigga, we get it. You fucking boule. At least the fucking, at least I would have thought that the shot shit was gonna be him taking over. Like, yo, y'all gotta take it, you know, cause Master told me. No, but it ended up being Enes Kanter. I think I talked about that last week. If not, I'll hit it up later. I'll make a note for it. But anyways, if they just see that manly man picture, that whatever, and got his money and everything, self-made, right? And let's say this, you're known or maybe not known, but you never know what the fuck happens when you make that money. You never know. If you don't want to join one of their shit, the association, or hey, do you want to make sure you want to donate? And like, if you say no, like they got connections and shit, you never know. And they could fucking put a plant on your shit. Look how, because I will never forget that Apple shit, where they basically told us, hey, they're scanning our pictures, but they'll let us know that if you have pictures of like, you know, pedophilic shit, which we all be like, I bet that's what's up. But then, good thing that even regular normie people was like, hold up, because if it was only us, like people who are kind of like awoke a little bit, and I hate using that term, you already know, but you know, the Neos in the Matrix, we'll be like, hey, wait a minute. So what else y'all can get away with doing shit like that? Because I tell you what, as soon as somebody comes, nobody will want to hear that person's story, no matter what. So look how easy and magic. Like, I'm thinking if I was a villain and I know somebody ain't playing ball with my agenda, I'll fuck them over. What are the ways we can fuck somebody over? Ridiculing, embarrassing them, not necessarily killing, because killing makes a fucking like, oh, say this dude got shot, and then it creates conspiracy theories, which a term, you know, the elites made to confuse people. Because now anything that sounds a little far-fetched, conspiracy theorists, and then they have people be like, there's so much conspiracy theories going on about this, about the jab, about the. You know how they do. Once they do that, the liberal minds is like the gears work again. Like, okay, they told us this. Those are conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, all you gotta do is a little bit, scratch your little head, scratch the fucking melon, the noggin, and then maybe look into some, you know, let go of the fucking Instagram, or even in Instagram, it's there too. But you know, I guess in order for that to happen, you have to follow a account that kind of gives too raw news, and probably you will get triggered by politics and shit like that. We can't escape it. We're not gonna escape the politics. It's all fine and dandy that like, oh, you know, we need websites that don't speak about politics. Oh, why everything gotta be about politics? But they making everything about politics. It is annoying, yes, but politics are so beast right now because it's beginning to be a dictatorship almost. Can you believe that? Well, I think here we go, the slogan. I think I said this shit in another episode, but I heard because they're about to put the gates back up, or there's already gated the White House and all that shit. You know, remember in the beginning, the January whatever, they gated the community. And listen, whether Q was real or not, they did say that these people won't be able to walk in the streets one day. Some shit like that. These people won't be able to walk in the streets, meaning like the politicians. And you know, listen, every time I take information, you already know how I do. I keep it in the memory bank. It's like a brain almost like an iCloud in my brain. I'll keep it there because once I go in that little file, I'll be like, wait a minute, didn't I hear this before? Boom. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, oh, okay. And you put the pieces together. It's like a big whole jigsaw puzzle. So you got to keep that all in mind. Like when Q said, like, because you know what I thought about? I was going to say now. I'm not remember. You know what I was thinking about? The Black Mirror episodes. When one of them was like that politician that they had to expose him, and they told him like, you know, like they told him like act like a pig or some shit, or fuck a pig because he was a pig, shit like that. Like that made me think like, oh yo, you imagine, that's crazy. But if there was really change on Earth, not Earth, let's just go at least in one small section, because we can't depend on humanity that much for now. But imagine like in America and like Dika the leader, yada yada, and then something happens that we be like, we see other countries, because every country knows once we fall, that's the big domino. That's the domino effect. That's when everything else follows. Other countries look at America like, yo, y'all gonna wall out, right? Because y'all the niggas with guns. They haven't took y'all guns yet. You know, but when the people are falling asleep because, you know, they get pacified by celebrities, they feel warm. It's like that hit. Listen, and I say just like that hit, but I don't know what it is to fucking do like fucking crazy ass drugs other than weed. You know what I'm saying? But they do fucking describe like one of those, the injections of the heroin or whatever, like a warm feeling. So drugs is just obviously just not just something that you just take in your body. It could be fucking drugs through the mind, through an advertisement, you know, through something being repeated. Germans, Dike, according to them, but Americans too, did mad fucked up tests on people. The MK Ultra testing were here in America, I believe. They want to always point at Germany, because this is why, like, when you do research, it just makes you think. With all the fucking weird history that's going on, like shit that we see now, and we could just tell that in the future, it's easy to blame certain people, because now those people reading that news, they wasn't living in that time. Whoever gonna read about 2020 and all the bullshit that we going through now, they still won't grasp what it was because they're not here. It's like, okay, Michael Jordan is like overrated because LeBron is the best, but they never been to Jordan in those days. They didn't know that Michael Jordan was like fucking, it was either him or Michael Jackson type of shit. And internet doesn't make it better, because back in the days you rarely heard about somebody, especially Michael Jordan, who was to himself a lot. So you only saw him in basketball, or you better hope you see in the newsstands some credible magazines that says that they gave him an interview. There was no YouTube. So a motherfucker was bigger than life. Him and Michael Jackson. I mean, what concert you go to now and they fucking crying and fucking and what they call, they fainting and shit. Probably they still probably have that now. Who knows? But that's what I'm saying. The celebrities give you that warmth, like, oh, it's okay to be like this. Because the reality is they the trendsetters of social society. I don't know which fucking term to use, but they're the creators of that. They're not creators, but like it's like a bonsai tree. They cut it just when it grows too much, boom, and they keep it in a certain size. That's how they keep our brains, like a fucking bonsai, a miniature ass fucking tree. As soon as it grows too much, nope, cut, prune, here to the side, to the top, and keep it, you know, in a certain shape. The brain, it's like the brain. It's not gonna let you. They won't let you further grow your brain up there until you're like what, 30 and shit. And then it's kind of, in a way, not too late, but it's like, oh shit. Imagine if I would have been in jail right now. You feel me? Because when you're young, that's when you do the most stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always refer to the Cameron. Look how fast Cameron had dudes rocking pink. And remember back in the days, rocking pink was like, what the fuck? You ain't gay? You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. It was just Neanderthal thinking. By the way, did I say the word right? Neanderthal? Yeah. Because, you know, pink is like, okay, I get it. Like, you know, sky blue or pink. But how about when a girl wears sky blue? We don't be like, oh, you trying to be a dude? So, you know, and even like the rainbow. Like the rainbow, I think it was Kanye who said that shit. I forgot who it was. Maybe not. But it was like, yo, the rainbow is such a cool effect. It's like, damn, but now if you put a rainbow up, you be like, oh, okay, boom. Fucking gay people hijacked that fucking rainbow flag. It must have been a comedian who said some shit like that, though. But it's like, damn, man. It's like it's a fucking gang. Like, you know when like Bloods hijacked red, so imagine that one Puerto Rican dude that always wanted to wear all red. And And he's like, yo, bro, why you trying to hit me, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and it's like, damn. I mean, it's not like an apparel, but it's just like the rainbow was using the Bible as like something like a sign. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I got that wrong, because I be talking shit like, like I know my Bible or whatever, but I don't. It's a process. You know, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna fucking LeBron it. Like, remember when LeBron, every time he needs to, like, when they bring him out, they bring him out like a fucking caged bird, like a bear and shit. Go ahead. Tell him about social justice. And he gotta open up the fucking Malcolm X book and every picture that you see him reading the book, he's on the first page. Listen, when people be bringing that up, I do laugh. But listen, hey, maybe not everybody's a reader. Maybe he has to do that. But, you know, maybe working out, playing basketball, his headphones on. He do have his headphones on. You do have audiobooks. Let's not get it twisted. I'd rather have an audiobook than read. You know, I'll be straight up. Like, reading is not my, like, I could read. I won't be like, no, I won't be like that. But it's like, in a weird way, it's like, once I start, like, I don't keep track of what I'm reading. I'll read it, but, like, you know, I really gotta put my brain power in it. But, you know, when you have the audio book in the gym, you in there, you're good. Like, when I hear it, I visualize it. And when you're reading it too, don't get it twisted, but I just rather audiobooks. All right, I'm a dub, Nick. What you want? Nah. But where I was getting at, yeah. So that video of the abortion chick, it was just like, man, look how they can fucking manipulate. Like, literally, the things that are good we don't like, and the things that are bad we like. It's like soda. Because I ain't gonna front, me too, my nigga. Like, yo, like I was talking about before, like, when I freestyle, I don't fucking freestyle about great things happening on earth and the plants rising and the sunshine hitting my face. No, motherfucker, I'm talking about robbing your bitches, killing your niggas. Like, I'm coming in the block. Yo, coming in the block, I say that shit like 80,000 times when I'm freestyling. It's off the top though, you know? So give me a little credit. If I write something, shit, come on, man, nigga, I'm a poet. If you're in the Bronx, we automatically come with a license as soon as you're born that you could at least kick 4 bars, or you keep 4 bars in your head that you say that shit in your shower, nigga. Nah, but come on now, you know what I'm saying? So off the top, my nigga, you know, I'll be kicking a freestyle, nigga. When you gotta fucking adjust, which is it's like a strong, it's like, you know, muscle for the brain though, because hey, you are freestyling like fucking Tetris. Boom. You gotta come up with the next word. It gotta rhyme. It gotta make sense. Or now you gonna sound like you fucking saying some gay shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta be nice at that. But the whole point is, you know, it kind of sounds more cool. We're trained to think that it sounds cool hearing songs about violence. That's why, like, yo, you know, a lot of people now, I mean, I am in my 30s, but when I was in my 20s, I'm talking about in my teens, like, you will hear this from like barbers and shit, like, yo, you got like an old soul. I always got that, because, you know, I used to tell them that I used to like old music, you know, because obviously my parents played that shit. But when you know both languages, obviously, like, I understand it, like, a, you know, more New Yorkerized. Hey, New Yorkerized, you heard that? A person from New York, let's just say that, a Puerto Rican person from New York, I mean, like, I understand, like, if their parents and maybe their parents were here, so they don't get old music, but when you know both languages, it just hits different. Like, there was a recent meme about that, I believe, like, when you hear your parents' music, but in English, even in English too, like, you hear some fucking Barry White, and you hear his deep voice, you already know, like, that music right there is, you know, for, you know, baby making music. Marvin Gaye and all that shit, you feel me? So, yeah, you know, like, we just need to get back to that, because there are some dumbass people, believe it or not, that don't even need to be in necessary beefs and just get influenced by the fucking music and just be like, yo, You know, we gotta make a gang. We gotta be tough because we gotta be tough like G Unit. Imagine G Unit. I always think about this. How much did the G Unit put, like, you know, instead of like Marvin Gaye or Stevie Wonder, like, damn, baby making music, that shit must have soared up the fucking charts of kids, like the Billboard charts of pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the influence of love, making music about love. The girl's pretty. Not some shit like, yo, this bitch is a hoe. This bitch is a hoe. No, they were talking about love. Like, it is what it is. But in the reverse of that, I mean, the opposite of that, I want to see how or if G Unit, no, not even if, how much the percentage went up of crime when G Unit came out. Because everybody was a gangster, not a wankster. Oh, I just had to say that. It was right up the alley. You know what I'm saying? I was going to talk about the Texas shit. I'm going to hold on for that. I just saw the clip today of Trump saying, yo, those Haiti people, well, he was like fumbling and he was like, well, they may have AIDS. And I was like, you see, Trump, te pasa, my nigga, tu te pasa. And you know, the people, that's what they needed, because they're not gonna take that shit, and now they're gonna get back in politics. Because remember, they posting astrology and funny memes, ha ha ha, jokes on you, high five. We're bulletproof now, imagine. But now they get that. Now they're eating. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause, man. Round of applause to the liberals. Now they're eating. They're eating again. Because, you know, all they needed was Trump to trigger them. And even though it's fucked up what Trump said, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I already know their playbook, so they're going to just hop on that and skip all over what fucking Biden was doing. You know? Remember? No. I get it. So, because it's like this, like, when I was like, oh shit, let me see Trump's first, speech, because I was scared this nigga was a racist. I saw it everywhere. When I saw his speech, I was like, oh, this nigga speaking about the Illuminati. They're gonna kill this nigga. And they didn't, and whatever. And he's white, so he's gonna root for his people, nigga. What you think? He's white, and he's gonna be like, I love black people more than whites. You're not gonna hear that. Newsflash, motherfucker. It's motherfucking coffee. Folgers in your cup. Damn. But, you know, it's their kingdom. It's their America. We look more stupid talking about, hey, it's indigenous. Fuck Columbus Day. No, nigga, they conquered. Of course they're gonna rewrite their fucking history. It's dope that we fighting for that. I get it, yeah. But you gotta think about how they think. If we keep thinking only how we think, we're not gonna go nowhere. We gotta think like they think, and then we be like, okay. But guess what though? When will we create more lawyers, doctors, and then we praise them motherfuckers? Or get together and be like, yo, well, that's what happened with them. They got together. But you see how long it took? Like, look at the climate that we in. They triggering us, and then we it's like they pushing us always to the ledge, and then we're like, oh, okay. I'll look into it. I promise. I'll do research. And now we want to complain about every little fucking thing that comes on. Nah, nigga, get in the back of the bus. You can tell I can't have a radio station. I'll get canceled right there. But get back in the fucking line, nigga. Like, what the fuck? We got other shit to talk about. First, let's stop the fucking killings of our own. It's a damn shame that when I see a group of white people walking by my way, all male white people, I don't be fucking scared at all, nigga. I see fucking 4 black people or 4 Hispanics, I'm like, all right, yo, you let me put my hand in my pocket and shit just in case. That's fucking sad. But nobody gonna tell you that, because not in this climate. But then again, we are seeing what's on the news. But you know, you gotta stay shut. You know how that goes. Because even like Joe Budden, which I like to listen because you know he does bring up good topics and what they talk about. But I already know how he fucking thinks. Every time something came up, and you could tell it's like, all right, let's wait for something when it's like, or something real beats black on black. Let's see what you're gonna say now. This nigga was like, if you wouldn't bring up black on black crime, then like fuck y'all, whatever. And I'm like, you see? That's how they think. We can never fucking self-check ourselves. People like him, that's the fucking cancer. Because we need to look ourselves in the mirror. That's like saying, don't fucking talk to me about how much I'm eating. But mind you, you have to fucking call. You gotta get like 7 people to get you off the bed. That how obese you are. That's how it sounds. Because right there we will be like, yo, it's your fucking fault you got yourself to this position. Nah, see, I can't use that. Because the CIA, you know, Charlie Alpha Indigo. Wait, see, Charlie Indigo Alpha. Check those. Take those 3 letters. The CIA. You know how I give it up. It's like I'd say that so you can kind of get the. But I'll fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm risking 6 viewers. Fuck out of here. So, you know, the CIA implemented mad shit. That's why I get mad. I'll be like, okay, you know what? After doing my research of fucking history, real history, I could definitely make a case for reparations for the African Americans here. I'm Hispanic. I'm black, obviously through fucking my roots in DR. But DR, that strife, that needs to go with Spain. It was Spain and fucking what? England, you know what I'm saying? Like English and Spanish. The main 2 languages. It wasn't the Chinese. You don't see the Dominicans speaking Chinese over here because of fucking they came and conquered. Nah. Haiti, talk it up with France. Y'all whipped their ass that one time. Y'all got your own fucking revolution. Y'all won. And it's been curtains for y'all ever after. To the point that, yo, they need to lift up that fucking left side of that land because there must be fucking bombs under that shit every time it's a fucking earthquake. But nothing really happens in DR like that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know like this is why you can't have people like this on TV because yes, they want to nitpick everything you say, but you know what I'm saying, man. Maybe you can go and look it up. Yeah, maybe DR had an earthquake in 2004. Okay, yeah, but come on. Look what's going on in Haiti. When do you ever see, I can't say that. I was gonna say, when do you ever see Dominicans coming through the border? Dominicans come through the border too, don't get it twisted. That's why, like, when I say something, I have to fucking keep my checks and balances, nigga. You think I'm gonna fucking see Dominicans and I'll be like, ay, no, espérate, tráelo. No, nigga, I understand what I'm talking about. It fucking sucks, but when we do that shit, guess what? America's gonna fall. And if you want, that's what's up. But just say that. Like, don't care and then not care. We have to care all the way. We have to care all the way. You know what I'm saying? When we get to a point that, you know, it's gonna be like, oh wait, people can't find jobs and yada yada, and oh, now there's no fucking retirement, yada yada, the government is running out of money, yada yada. Don't fucking complain. Take your fucking maleta, pack it up just with a couple things because nothing can fit in there. Go to Walmart, buy a if you're allowed to buy a tent, nigga, and let's go live outside in the streets. That's how it's gonna be. We all have a lock on our doors. All right? Now think further than that. Think in terms of community. Now think about a city. Now think about a state. Then think about the fucking country. Like, do I have to thank God all the fucking time that I'm thinking this fucking, I want to use fucking like crazy ass genius words and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking a little bit more. Like, nobody thinking about that shit. And here's the thing. I'm willing to have a discussion, but once I see that your discussion is a little bit like white belt, yellow belt, come on, man. Like, that's when I'll be like, I don't even want to continue this talk. Because some people are literally stuck in their ways and stuck in their thoughts. Like, you cannot change it. You can't. And I know because it took a lot of talk to, you know, to let my mom knows about. I talk like a lot. Let my mom's knows about. Nah. To let my mom know about, like, the politic little shit that's going on. So now when she sees the news, she you know, she knows what she listening more. You know, she dissecting things more. That Trump in office fucking triggered everybody. you know? So here's the thing though. I pay attention to everything. So I pay attention to Trump's speeches and I looked up shit before. I made sure I crossed my T's and dotted my I's, as they say. I don't know if I said that right, but so there was one speech that he made in Havana, Cuba, and Little Haiti also, in Miami, Trump, before he became president, and the Haitians were letting them know about what the bullshit that happened when the earthquake and the Clinton Foundation and all that shit. You ain't gonna get this in the fucking Breakfast Club. So all the fucking corruption going on there. And I think they kind of wanted to muzzle Wyclef because Wyclef he loves Haiti. Did he take some money? Maybe. Or did he see some shit and was like, oh, I can't talk about this shit before I get fucking Clinton out of here and get iced by the Clintons. You know what I'm saying? The Clinton hit list. Who knows? Right? Hopefully everything was just known. Everything was just peace and peachy, right? But something is not adding up. They made with a lot. And listen, word is that off that money of Haiti, that it funded Hillary's daughter's wedding. Dike. So when it comes out, hey, I told you, I guess, but it's just, I'm sending like the warning shots before all this shit shocks you at one moment. Because it seems like everything is now backfiring. And I seen on Fox pages of the Hunter Biden's laptop about the connections with China. Hey, and it did say, you know, what's up with, how about the big guy? The big guy is fucking on Biden while he was vice president. Some shit is coming down, but it might not. And, you know, and that's the part that's like kind of like weird because it's like stuck in the, is America gonna save itself? Is there good people in the government? Or is it just all fucking corrupt? Because if it is, then winter is coming. Like my fucking, like my last IG episode. Winter is coming. Get ready. But, I mean, we still gotta get ready. It's 3 years of fucking Biden, unless some miracle fucking shit happens. Which may be that, you know, the corruption comes out and he has to resign within 1 or 2 years. Every time when everybody was complaining about the timing of Q and all that, people was complaining like, yo, and then their excuse was like, they need to make sure that when they catch these people, they catch them completely, like they can't get away with it with like no lawyers, no nothing. AK and DK military tribunals, which is just like, I don't know what military tribunals is. I looked it up, but I forgot. But there's some shit come, okay, when it's military tribunals, like, it's not DK regular citizens in the courtroom. Like, it's just like by the military, I guess. I guess it speaks for itself, but it's a little confusing sometimes. I gotta look it up again. Don't take that at full fucking face value what I said, but this is the shit that we've been hearing for 5 years. So when I saw that shit ain't happen, that this motherfucker became president, it was upsetting because it was like, this shit was all fake. But hey, at least I learned from this. But at the same time, it's just like this nigga Biden really got in there and fucked up everything. It almost feels like a movie. Speaking about movies, and connecting with that in a weird way. R. Kelly got DK. He about to snitch on other people, fellow pedophiles. I mean, and you don't have to think that far into it. Like he probably not gonna mention Jay-Z and Aaliyah. I mean, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown, allegedly. He can't snitch on Elvis marrying the 14-year-old, so that's out the window. Who is he gonna snitch on? And that's DK. But what's not DK is his fucking record sales. His DK record sales is soaring after the verdict. And it goes back to what I talked about, I think, last week, which is like, if they could destroy you, then buy out your catalogs. Money, 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 money. Money. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, the tactics. Once we learn the it's crazy, right? Because I got subjects here now I had to hit. At least I'm 40 minutes. I want to keep it within an hour. But I was watching. This is a Netflix movie, not the fucking squid shit. We already seen that, but some other shit. I haven't forgot the name, but it's like separate episodes that doesn't connect or whatever. And one of them was just like some aliens that look like fucking spiders, but like walking spiders, like predators basically. And one of the main things that they took over was the way they can persuade humans on Earth. And I was just like, yeah, like the fucking damn motherfucker. And the fucking Republicans, I get it, cause they're both wings of the same bird. Yeah, I get it. But nigga, look what the Dems do. Like, come on, like there's no comparison. Let's just be honest. Democrats were the ones that still pushing for you to fucking kill the baby at the time of birth. It's like they keep pushing, and we're gonna keep saying yeah, and we're gonna keep saying yeah. And then it gets absurd, and then it's too late. It's too late. You know? That's why we gotta keep the stronghold here. But, you know, back to the Clinton shit real quick before I forget, which I did forget. But one of the guys was like, yo, you know, about the whole thing, and Trump was like, he was listening, he was agreeing, he was nodding his head. He knows what the fuck it was. He chilled with them. And I do feel like there's people who are like celebrities and shit, but they're really like CIA agents or like good guys, but military motherfuckers that are connected, and it's just they're playing their role. Remember was it CIA or the FBI? No, I think it was the CIA. Was it CIA? And your fucking Twitter was like, we have people in places that you would have never thought, like librarians, sometimes food cart people. I was like, what? I would never forget that. Was it CIA? It's another 3-letter alphabet, yada yada shit. But I was like, wow, like you never know. So just imagine celebrities that are, you know, informants. Like proper, not like a snitch because he got caught with drugs. No. A person that's like, yo, we're gonna raise your fucking views up or whatever. You know, you already have a great, nice voice. You know, it's shit like that. Why wouldn't you? Just imagine the asset. Let's say you and what you see this around, like sometimes police people have an event, they do salsa and all that shit. Just imagine they'd be like, yo, you know, but you really good at salsa, like. That's your hobby. No, we can make it like for real. But you're a cop and a detective. You're not. Nobody ever gonna know. And you're funded. You know, it's not like I came from the streets. You know, no. Like, yeah, just tell them that. But you know, you're really a cop, nigga. Or super undercover, and they won't find your fucking paperwork and all that shit. And every time you're in trouble, don't worry. We'll take you right out of it. Don't worry. Like nobody's gonna know. Pero when you go to Japan, when you go to China, and you're so famous that their president just want to go there, and God forbid you a fucking pretty looking chick, and then and you could persuade them, and then you persuade them to fuck you, and you gather information. You just never fucking know. I know it sounds crazy in a lot, but we do see movies about this shit. Don't get it twisted. And you know how quick us men will fall for, oh shit, yo, she likes me, nigga. They will not be. Those are the quickest assassins you can that work. Women. That's how like women detectives are, I guess. If they have to get dirty and fuck the drug dealer to gather information like a fucking reporter. Like April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles. She was fucking all of them. Now imagine. Nah, but you do see the reporter that want the extra scoop and shit, and the guy doesn't trust them, but then he kind of trusts them because they go to dinner. Come on, y'all never saw Bloodsport? That's how Jean-Claude Van Damme got that pussy. Which I gotta watch this movie. It's on Netflix. Good thing. Shit, Netflix I ain't gonna front. I have to say it's a little worth the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't front. And then they want to come out like video games and shit. I'm rearing off. But real quick, what else I want to speak? Do I want to fucking keep going on the negative side about shit? Let's just put it a little style. What else? Trump, that fucking Yankees lost. The fucking Yankees lost that wild card game after all that bullshit. Yo, I can't believe that shit. And fucking A-Rod, you could tell A-Rod, like, he kept his composure. I can't be calling the game, watching my own team fucking lose like that. I would have been like, I would have been mad bored, like mad quiet, and you would have heard the guy was like, "We're going on break." Yo, motherfucker, come on, man, let's fucking talk, motherfucker. What the hell, you leaving me out there by myself? Shit, but if Yankees go and do a rally, you see me talking like a motherfucker, like motherfuckers that be on coke. I heard when people be on coke, they just like to talk a lot. So I'll be yapping my ass off. That's right, motherfucker. That's why you can't fuck with the Boston. But nigga, they getting that ass whipping, nigga, and you just know they're not gonna score. Cause that picture was fucking Pedro Martinez reincarnated, nigga. God damn, yo. And then I'm over here like, yeah, they should go play in Boston. Fuck that. Go play in Boston because they did good that other time. Yeah, right. And listen, that shit made a big deal because Stanton would have had fucking like 3 home runs. He had 2. Well, he had 1. Both the other 2 hit the fucking the monster. And it's just like, fuck, man. That's baseball though. They should definitely get rid of fucking somebody. I don't know. Look at fucking Boston playing good and the fucking Rays playing good. You know what I'm saying? They don't got that fucking type of money like that, like the fucking Yankees. It's fucking bullshit. But anyways, tomorrow, the Tyrone Wilder. Now imagine Wilder versus Fury. Deontay Wilder, I should say. Versus Tyson Fury. Part 3. And listen, I always was skeptical about Wilder, you know, because it's like I'm a fucking Tyson fan, so I judge boxers off of just Tyson because it's like, okay, like if you talking all that shit about power and all that shit, you know, why you ain't taking this motherfucker out? You know what I'm saying? But he is. And I ain't gonna lie, some of his fights is just like people like tomato cans. But I can't say that because boxers are boxers, and you know you gotta respect them. They get in the ring and all that. I get it. But now you gotta pay attention when you fight somebody that you know fought other good people, and that's how you measure them up. And he did a great job in the first fight. I'm talking about Wilder, Bomb Squad. But Fury was a little bit too much on that boxing shit. It took that, and he even still winning by points. But that knockdown, any other ref would have just called the fight right there, stopped it. If it was fucking New York with that fucking commissioner here, I guess they would have just waved that fight off right there. But the ref kept counting, and fucking Fury got up. And Fury got up out of panic. He fucking started getting after fucking Wilder. And Wilder was just getting hit, which leads to the second fight because that fight ended in a draw. Which, you know, I understand that fucking knockdown was epic, but not enough to win by not enough to even reach a fucking draw because Tyson Fury was just boxing him. Like that's the funny shit about boxing. When it comes to Mayweather, Mayweather by punching score, they'll show you the stats and everything. But when a fucking heavyweight or a person that is boxing the shit out of somebody and he's not the favorite one or whatever, it's always like, oh, you know, he wasn't, yeah, but it wasn't enough. You know, it always it's weird. That's the weird shit about boxing. The corruption about boxing. And you know, more money, more sales. So everybody was like, okay, draw. But the next fight, you feel me? Y'all gonna pay that money, and we are. And here we are in the fucking third fight. But the second fight, it was like the continuation of that fucking last 12th round. After he got up from that fucking knockdown, Fury in that second fight came straight from the beginning at him. He took 2 hard rights. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But he did gain weight, so maybe he absorbed those punches a little bit more. Who knows? Now in this third fight tomorrow, Saturday, he DK. Well, I guess. Oh no, it's still 11. So tomorrow, Saturday, yeah. DK, he gained even like way more pounds. So I guess he's going in there. Tyson Fury is the one that gained that pound. Deontay Wilder gained pound. I think he gained a couple pounds more also for this fight. But it's just like he seems like his body language, the way he's responding to tough questions, is just like you know, like I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe he's just gonna get this money and retire, or maybe he could win. Obviously, he got that power on that right hand. You know, that right arm is that cannon right there. But Tyson Fury got a really good fucking boxing coach. The Kronk Gym, Kronk. That Kronk Gym, that's just legendary. And when you give that fucking information, that playbook to a guy like Wilder, like Fury, who's been boxing all his life. Wilder was just like, let me punch you with his right hand, that's it. So now when you got to box somebody that's bigger than you and boxing, you're kind of fucked. And what a lot of boxers say is that you can't learn boxing within a year and shit. It takes from like as a little kid and shit. DK. The second fight was like a fucking massacre. So what you say now when you see a third fight? And you know what I've seen that's like disgusting. And look at me saying disgusting. No, but it's annoying. Let's just say that is really splitting again the fucking boxing fans, like black fans and Hispanics. I guess they just want to go for Wilder. And it's just like, nigga, are you kidding me? Like, well, and listen, he can win. Obviously, all it takes is one hand in boxing. I get it. But when y'all saw the first fight, y'all saw the second fight, the best bet is just Tyson Fury to be like, I'm tired of fighting this dude and let me slack off. But nah, not really, because it was mandatory in contracts. It wasn't like nobody was trying to, like everybody's ducking Wilder. I mean, like everybody's ducking Fury, and then only chance for Fury is to fight again is with Wilder. Like Pacquiao, when he had to fight fucking Marquez 4 times, and the fourth one he got knocked out, cleared out, which, you know, it degraded his allure. And Mayweather was like, yeah, boom, nothing happened. Let's go back real quick though. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this third fight, I don't know why they thinking like, you know, oh, Wilder, you know, we gotta stick for Wilder and shit. Nigga, we all know Fury got the fundamentals. He steamrolled him the second one, and they were saying he get the gloves and this and that. But then again, in boxing, it's like if me and you about to go fight, once somebody from my camp goes to your locker room and is seeing your hands get wrapped. So you can't, you know, and they have to sign it. That's why you see like marker signs on the white part of the tape of the gloves and shit. It's because they have to sign it to say, yeah, I observed him getting wrapped. I didn't see no sneaky shit. And obviously you could sue. So how come Deontay Wilder ain't sued? And then he was blaming his fucking his outfit because he wanted to go in there on some Wakanda shit. Nigga, what kind of fight you had, motherfucker? What kind of training? You know what I'm saying? What kind of training you had? Wakanda that, nigga. He blamed it on the KOs. It was really heavy and shit. I had it for a long time as I had to get out. All right, whatever. Then he fired the dude because he stopped the fight. And yeah, you know, Deontay Wilder talando ako. Deontay Wilder want to just go on his sword. But guess what happens when you that type of, I want to go out on my sword, on my shield and shit. Nigga, you can fucking die. Especially that, you know, people don't need that shit. At the end of the day, it's just a boxing match. I understand you know 300 and all that shit, but nah, my nigga. Like, you could literally fucking have a brain damage. Or end up having brain damage and ending up fucking killing your family with some bullshit. On some Chris Benoit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is more safety now. It's not like back in the day. It'd be like, pow, pow, pow. And the ref is just there, right in front of you, watching it. No, nigga, refs are stopping that shit now. So you fired him. Then you blame DK, your boxing glove, because okay, they put some fucking horseshoes in it. But your own fucking trainer, unless your trainer and is betraying you, but oh, he's still there in his camp, he ain't fired him yet. That's what fucking Fury was saying too. You know what I'm saying? So hey, and then they were just trash talking, and Fury was asking him tough questions, and Deontay Wilder was responding back like, yeah, but why you had to change the first fight to second fight? First of all, that don't make no fucking sense. He might as well say, yo, I get more bitches than you. Just say that. Because what the fuck you talking about saying, DK, why you changed from your first fight to your second fight? Nigga, cause he fucking knew how to fucking beat you. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's called fucking strategy, my nigga. Like, are you fucking... That's when you know, like, I think he's like running out of like excuse. He can still win this fight by one great punch. But I don't know, man. And then Fury, if Fury can still manage that weight with power and all that shit, not get fucking tired, which he says he's gonna go in there steamrolling. And Deontay Wilder is the type of boxer that he rarely goes back because he goes forward all the time to punch the other dude out. So this is gonna end early. That's why I say Fury, third round TKO. I think he's gonna get hit. He's gonna fall to the floor. He's gonna get up, because he wants to get on his shield. And this time the ref is gonna say, nah, nigga, that's it. Like, he's gonna get hit again, knocked down, hit again, knocked down. And maybe the ref won't stop it, or TKO by 3 knockdown rule or whatever. But is it gonna go 12 rounds? I fucking super doubt it. This time, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw that he knocked him out in the 12th round, it was the 12th round, but it still showed that, Deontay Wilder got that power, but that second fight was just like, it was like an amateur. So you gonna tell me Wilder didn't even fight nobody in between. Fury did. So it's I don't know. But, that blaming the camp, no. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. But anyways, but I wanted to also hit up on the Texas shooting. If y'all didn't see about the kid who like went to school and shot up, I think he even shot the teacher by mistake and shit. And I was like, oh fuck. Like, usually you think like, oh, it's white people and shit, but nah, it's black in Texas and shit. But this one is a little interesting, right? Because he was being bullied. So remember, we all big on anti-bullying, right? So now what's gonna happen? And when they used his picture, I guess he got like gold. I don't know if he got gold teeth and shit. But when you see the picture, you would think it's like a Chicago kid because the dreads or whatever. But I'm hearing different shit, and you can tell like me, if I'm doing a podcast, I should be more fucking professional and look that up. But I'm just hearing about what different people say. At least I admit that, so I don't get it twisted. I'm not over here saying, yo, this is what happened and that's it. No. But I'm hearing that this kid that was getting bullied was the one that brought the gun, obviously, and clapped back and shit. But he was a good student, good family and shit like that. He got bailed out with like $75K. And this is gonna be weird because it's like I guess he was being bullied, and I'm thinking this is the correct story, but they even like will take his clothes off being bullied and shit by a gang. He came back, nigga, popping them things. Or what how that shit goes? Hot piece and butter, come and get your supper. Yeah, that's what it was. Hot bread and butter. What the fuck it was? I forgot. No, they got their supper. I bet you they ain't gonna be in gangs and shit like that no more. They're gonna think about that shit twice. Those who got shot, except for the teacher, but the teacher is gonna be, and that's what fucked up. So they probably gonna slam him in the jail. Pero remember, this is a white kid. This is another little test that they probably throwing on us on this TV show of America, and let's see how we react, because they love to be like, oh, react, and then they be like, 2 months later, oh, we found the original video, and you like, ande el diablo, everything I said. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this shit goes. But listen, that bullying shit is for real. Especially if you here from New York, you have people fuck with you sometimes. And you have to make that decision, yo. Because if you all about that gang shit, then get prepared for what's gonna come with it. And this could be called, being a pussy, but at the same time, you don't want to get too embarrassed, but you have to make really good decisions, because if it's a fucking gang you're dealing with, it's never gonna end. And what if okay, all right, I learned DK how to box or whatever. They're gonna jump you. And now when they jump, you can just go ahead and see World Star Hip Hop, right? We all know, you do know what World Star Hip Hop is, right? Okay, right? We got the receipts. We all been on World Star Hip Hop. They took off the fight count compilations and shit, but same time, we still see the knockouts there, right? They like to kick people's head off like a soccer ball, right? Like on some fucking Lionel Messi shit, right? That's the new shit. You know, you got them on the floor, they curled up. You have to jump with both feet and do a vertical fucking drop kick on the head and kick the head off a couple of times. And if nobody's there, you're fucked. But if people's there, even if they're the enemy, they still be like, yo, chill, chill, chill. That's how crazy, because that little instinct of us as humans, be like, okay, well, hold on, that's enough. Yeah, that's it. You feel me? But do you want to go through that and get recorded now? You can get, back in the days, you can get jumped, be like, oh, nah, nigga, I knocked them little niggas out. Like, you can say you fucking Chuck Norris. You can say you Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, you know, Van Damme and shit. And we were like, oh, all right, well, cool. You can create your own history. Now, nigga, with the fucking video, they catch you. They catch you snoring and you embarrassed and you're on World Star, 257,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's put that on consideration. That's the new fucking version of the bullying. So I understand when people say, yo, we need bullying because they want to make their point is to toughen up kids. But I understand. Now it's a little different though. Now it's a little different. You know, you can get embarrassed online. That's super embarrassing. What if you fucking pee your pants, nigga? You're forever immortalized because they're gonna just, you know, or somebody rapped about you because they saw that infamous clip. Like, yo, I'm telling you, like, it can get there. You know, so they can soccer kick your head, and then guess what? Now we have to fucking go with the guns. Because I know if y'all catch me by myself again, y'all gonna jump me, right? So now I gotta come with the guns. And then that's when you be like, oh, no, we should have never done that. And then the bullies, the kid, the moms of the bullies and the parents, they want to show like his graduation pic. No, don't show me no fucking graduation pictures. Don't show me no happy pictures and shit for the news. They were fucking in school being fucking coons, the real coons. Not the coons, they be like, hey, you know, maybe y'all should listen to Donald Trump. No, oh, coon. No, not those coons, the real coons. The ones that are in jail for fucking killing people, innocent people, or starting fucking fights and shit like that. Those are the real coons. We can't say that because if they get backed by a gang or whatever, oh, we gotta shut up. I get it. Listen, I don't want no problems either. But if we're gonna be on that, yo, I keep it real, nigga, 100, 1,000, the 100 emoji, well, guess what, nigga? Let's do the 100 emoji gang. And the catch is that we gotta keep it real. And you can't get emotional about shit. Leave the emotion at the door, my nigga. And that's what Joe Budden has. And I like Joe Budden, and he's an inspiration to my podcast. Because at the end of the day, nigga, I was a fan of him as in the rap in the beginning, especially when I thought he was to get Rockefeller, which I think he wasn't, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, my nigga, you gotta leave that emotion at the door, nigga. Like, you know how the Asian people leave their shoes in the beginning at their fucking doorway, and then you gotta walk fucking on socks and shit in the house, like that, nigga. You can't get emotional when it comes to when they see that we are emotional like that, and we get carried away by what everything that's going on. They're gonna make sure that we keep seeing that, because now we're distracted in a different type of way. Listen, I'm not no genius. I never went to I went to BMCC college or whatever, but like, are you serious? I don't have a fucking degree though. People went to fucking Harvard University and don't get this shit. Thank God for the internet, I guess. They should have never gave us the internet. That or books. But we don't read books, I guess. You know, I already said how I don't read books. But once you do read a book, the right book too, like history, because once you read that, now you compare it. Because like, it's like when you read a story about Harry Potter, you have nothing to compare it to. But when you fucking read a book that is like cracking your noodle and shit, you're like, whoa, this is what's going on now. And then that's it, bye-bye. You either become a coon and sell out, or you go full fucking Malcolm X fucking Neo mode. Neo from the Matrix. The Matrix did a good help, to the point that the directors, the brothers, they became sisters. No, you heard it right, yeah. They were brothers, they became sisters. What's it called? The Jodorowsky brothers? The directors or the producers or some shit. They both became trannies. Trannies? Or you can tell you can't say that's the word, transsexual. But you know, Transformers? That. Ain't that a little weird? Like, come on. Like, y'all both brothers? What the fuck? Like, y'all both going through the same shit? I understand it. Like, okay, one of them is like, yeah, my brother, you know. But what the fuck? You could tell that Matrix was too much. They were like, nah, put on the dress. And that's why it's a little weird and creepy and scary. And listen, there's people that's their lifestyle. It's not that. It's just about when you see something clearly wrong. I understand that some people may be in that fucking agenda, but that sexual lifestyle or that lifestyle, I shouldn't even use sexual, but that lifestyle, which a lot of them come from trauma, which should we address it? Yes, but hey, whatever. My whole thing is just like, not the kids, because now I can start thinking that you want to just start young, so by the time they get old, you feel me, they just basically totally different, changed completely, you know, and brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? Don't start there. Y'all can do like the military. Start when they're 18. You can just start posing. Not even 18, because goddamn, the brain's still developing within like when we're in our 20s too. Also, not 22, but in our 20s too. As in, yeah, you know what I mean. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still developing. When we're 30, those are the wise years. That's the wise. Like 20s is like, you know, loose, because now you outside. Obviously, from 10 to 20, it's like half being incarcerated, and your mom probably hitting you in the beginning to like, wait a minute, bitch, and you stop in their hand like Neo and shit. Like, hold up, you can't hit me no more. And then at the same time, you going that through high school, so it's fucking wild. After 20, when you can drink though, that's the little adulty side. Now you enter adulthood, but you're not fully adult till you like in your 30s, because that's when the wisdom comes. You know, and if that, some people still don't get it. You know, but it definitely started at the root, right? Ain't the root the cause of the problems? Well, the root was when they're in their early age. When you influence the branch early, the bonsai. It's like the bonsai scenario I said before. You can influence it when it's a young root, not when it's hardy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking aged fucking tree, like, you know what I'm saying, that is solid. You can't just take your hands and fucking twist the trunk of the tree and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can tell this probably sounds corny, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Once you age, that's when that wisdom comes. Then you boom, solid. Now you know what's going on. Now you can fucking easily detect. But when the mind is abused early, some just don't recover. It is what it is. Fucking YouTube still on that censoring shit. The fucking Facebook went down, and oddly enough, here's the weird shit. This is when you know, like, there's definitely a problem going on. When like Pornhub went up in like something percent, while the like a spike, while Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp was down. I was like, that's when you know there's a fucking problem. What the fuck? That's crazy that they could track all that shit, yo. I was like, wow. The power of that, right? Like, isn't it weird? Niggas was like, all right, yo, fuck it, let's just go and watch porn. Like, god damn. And this is my old school, my back in my good old days segment. But yo, can you believe like when we were young, we had to fucking start the engine just by pictures, popping tags. That's the insider. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, young kids, young dudes, you know what I'm saying? Teenagers, horny as hell. Instead of fucking Pornhub and all that shit, we just had to go like, okay, it's downloading. And that's how it was, nigga. Then you get your shit solved. When I was in in Connecticut, we used to go by the smoke shop, and then they had that little aisle, and not all covers were covered, if you know what I'm saying, like the cover of magazines. And you'd be like, woo, I remember this one when I get home. You know, let's even go further back than that. The fucking bootleg cables, where you see the scrambled porn and shit. You're like, oh, I thought that was a tit. Oh, that's an ass. Oh, that shit stays there, and then it just goes back to scrambling. That's the bullshit we had to deal with right before. I remember the first time I really got like exposed to all this fucking porn shit. It was you know, obviously how it always happens. Not always happened, but back in the day, because now I guess everybody can just go on the internet. But somebody had like a OD hardcore porn magazine, and I was like, whoa, that's how that shit really looks. That was the internet. When you go to a Habibi's back in the days, and then they will have that magazine stand, and some don't care that you just there and reading it, but some just be like, yo, you gotta buy it. That's why I would hate when magazines come with that full packaging. Remember that shit? And you're like, I can't read this shit. Then Barnes & Nobles came. Barnes & Nobles is the fucking place to go for the magazines. But, you know, it's just like there's definitely been like a push away from magazines and newspapers. And the newspapers trying to be like, oh, we're charging $1. $1 for newspaper? Fuck out of here. That's the stupid shit. That's what they get though. That's what the news media get. Y'all want to pump the lies and all that shit, and y'all want to pump propaganda and not really give like, you know, a righteous opinion. And y'all was charging us 50 cents back in the days. There was more information. The newspaper was more thicker. Now them shit is flat as hell, and they want to charge us 75 cents or $1 or $2 on a Sunday. Like, fuck out of here, motherfucker. Y'all lost. Goodbye. You know what's weird though? When YouTube, you know, climate change, and you know you can't lie about that now. They're lies. Kayfabe stories. You can't go against the kayfabe story. You know, the popular, like pop music, the popular news, you can't go against it. You can't say Billie Eilish is a bad singer. You can't do that when it comes to like now real life situations. Because even if you can have proof that something is false, if it's not with their agenda of what their story that they're pushing in, they can now YouTube could just demonetize you, take your page off, you know, your little bullshit like that. What's that shit called? Shadow ban, which, you know, a lot of people that don't have a lot of following like me, but not me though, because I just be honest. But some people, they just be like, oh yeah, I'm shadow banned. And listen, maybe I'm shadow banned too, because at the end of the day, there's definitely an AI that picks up on everything you say. And when you're going fucking banging on everything that you see and being honest, which we supposed to be, right, as humans, well, you know, that's how you get ringed up and your page get threatened and all that shit. That's why I like that I'm not fucking like viral, none of that shit, man, because once that happens, then they get their attention, and then that's when they be like, alright, fuck it. And then until I be like, okay, now I'm banned from what, taking an Uber also now? That happened before. People get fucking banned off of Uber because you may have fucking anti-Semitism. And by the way, I spoke about this before. Being anti-Semitic meaning that you're anti-Shem. And when you do your fucking biblical history, we come from Shem also. But you know, we don't want to talk about that right now. That's a deep story. And you can look that up. So you fucking take that. So that's my fucking defense. That they'd be like, oh, anti-Semitic, like, motherfucker, no. All right, let's do our history. But when we do that, that's when they don't want to. They're gonna have to like probably create some bullshit about me or something, because that's when they're like, okay, we can't touch that topic. This motherfucker knows too much. Send one of the local gang niggas that they will go scare him, fuck him up, or just kill him for less than $25,000. What is $25,000? Let alone if you got healthy organs, that shit can just go ahead and go in the black market. Listen, I know that sounds crazy, but that's really what goes on. How about the Pfizer that should have came out now in Project Gravitas? You ain't gonna hear this shit nowhere, not in the major spots. I hope the Shade Room covered it and all those local places where we all like to go, but they putting fucking baby fetuses tissues in the fucking Pfizer vaccine, my nigga. So on top of that, you want to give like the religious exemption. Just picture that. I'm telling you, just picture that. What the fuck is in these shits? If it doesn't cure you completely from that shit, and you can still get it and pass it, what the fuck are we getting injected with? Nano machines. Now what the conspiracy theories, they're gonna be right now again, like they always been. But again, you're gonna tell me conspiracy theories are gonna be right again, and they putting fucking maybe small nano machine. Do y'all know what a nano machine is? I know what a nano machine is because for all of us who played the video game Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation, the first PlayStation, the second PlayStation 3, also all the whole series of games, nano machines was like, it could be like accelerate your age and certain manipulation to your body through like DNA also, and all that shit is just basically super small, basically almost millimeter, nanometer, invisible small computers, chip by chip, even to the point that they can assemble. And I seen this for sure. This is 100% for real. I seen this, and we can look it up. Hey, according to white people science, right? They could literally construct forms like happy faces and shit on the micro nano level, and like blood cells and shit crazy shit. Like they could create logos and shit, and it's obviously a super quadrillion zoom in type of shit I'm talking about. But it could be done. When I saw that, I was like, whoa. But it made me not just be like, oh, whoa, and then, skip it and, scroll down. No, it made me think like, yo, just imagine what they could do with this. Because listen, guns are guns now, but at first it started like as fireworks. And then somebody thought, okay, no, wait a minute. We could use this for war. For war. So I'm saying, hey, we are humans, right? We all know killing is bad, but tell me when was the last time there's been a whole day without a killing? That will fucking set super quadrillion fucking records, right? But it still happens. So that's my thing. Like, they could be used for good or bad. And they're obviously kind of lying to us. It's kind of being obvious. Thank God it's obvious. Imagine if it wasn't obvious. We will go right into it. And we always gonna be thinking, and that's why like the Enos Cantor, like I was gonna get back to that dude, that he was like, LeBron, you should have just told your people to fucking behave and be a sheep and go automatically go get it. LeBron was like, oh, I'm not gonna really, that's personal, whatever. Enos Cantor came from fucking Turkey, and this weird shit with their family, political, que sé okay, over there, whatever. But nigga, when they come here, all those immigrants, they getting the opportunity of their lifetime here. They get starstruck when they get here. When fucking Antetokounmpo, the NBA world champion, he came here. He wanted to try Kool-Aid. He wanted to try a corn dog. They get geeked out when they see America be like, hey, virus here, vaccine right there. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Especially if they come over here and they get paid millions because they play in a sport. They don't see it how we do. They don't see it like that. It's like we all know how this show goes. And it's not like, we all know this is America, but America has its parts. And look what happened. Just when you want to just create your own lifestyle and work hard for a job, now they can take that shit away because, hey, you ain't do what we want you to do. No, that's not America. That's Cuba, that's China, that's North Korea type shit. Y'all want to say about North Korea and yada yada, but y'all don't want to talk about this. And we live in here like we all want a fucking peaceful place, right? Like, I'm not here fucking making this podcast because I just want to fucking talk shit, and I mean I do, but I'm trying to hit y'all with the little medicine and the candy shit, my nigga. Soon enough, my podcast gonna be from the gulag, from jail. On the like fucking Shine when he did the album. Like, are you serious? And aside from climate change, YouTube, they also banning flat Earth videos. Not banning, but like demonetizing. And you mentioned that, it's okay. Ain't that weird? Like, if you really don't care and you think that shit is stupid, far-fetched, you will let it happen. But for you to fucking take initiative, that must mean like you may be convincing people, and convincing people, and it's very fucking serious. And what's the word that I'm trying to say? Dangerous, basically, I guess. To what though? To what they trying to push to us. Mind you, we haven't been to the moon since, and they don't want to even put like a camera to face Earth. I'm just saying, there's a lot of reasons, not a lot, but really good reasons, I should say. Like flat earthers, like y'all could just make fun of them. Y'all try to do that with celebrities, with basketball players, with Kyrie Irving, whatever, with Jimmy Kimmel and all them. Y'all make fun, and that it don't work. It must not work. Y'all must have some super analytics that you're like, whoa, even if we give these videos and we're not, they're sharing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for them to just be on some shit like, yeah, you know what? Whoever speaks about it, like, they get demonetized, they won't get paid. Are you kidding me? Mind you, I could do videos about Marvel, which is pure fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see people are scared like that, that's what we gotta question. That's when we're like, oh, okay, hold up, what is this? Like, now you're gonna make me really want to look into it, right? But no, these people, it's like they little kids at times. They always have like a further down fucking plan, and it always works on us, but not all of us. That's the shit about humans, I guess. And that's what I guess the God, the Most High, probably gave us. You know, the image as man, I guess, like to think, because we're definitely not fucking monkeys. We don't think like monkeys or dogs or shit like that. Like we have no conscience. No, nigga, we have a conscience. Like, you're not gonna get all of us. You know, or God forbid, I somebody, you know, that went super hard on believing all the bullshit they feed us, and just one little thing happens. Now they put all that energy into finding out deep history and waking up. That's the worst they could have. That's why that Young Favreau shit was like sad, because like, damn, like he was doing a lot of work getting shit. Before just some bullshit happens, I guess he tests some drugs or some shit, and that's it, done. And his credibility is ruined. Let's keep it real, because he said shit that was crazy. And it's just like, damn, nigga, like, it definitely don't feel like you trying to do it for clout. So that's you know, I wouldn't say scary, because hey, you know, I have my trust in the Most High. He has his trust in Egypt and that Kemet, that whole Babylonian shit, which it really was at the end of the day. These white people over here in America, why do you think they have obelisks in Rome, in Washington D.C., even one in Central Park? Obelisk. And Central Park is one that came from Egypt. These white people worship Egypt. It's in the back of our fucking dollar. But then it says, in God we trust. Which God? The Kemet gods? They had like a bunch of gods. And y'all want to say that this is a Christian country, but para lo que le conviene, depends. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to keep America in check. That's what's being a real American out of my eyes. When you can keep America and you keep it in check, and you be like, oh fuck, I'm American, so fuck it. Okay, America, let's go. No, nigga, no. By the way, when I take long pauses, like not long pauses, but pauses, like I have my champagne, I gotta drink it. Fuck. A lot of times I just go all the way in, and I just don't finish the shit at all. So I just finish it after I do the fucking podcast. But yeah, that flat earth shit is weird, man. Like, I'm 50-50 on it. When I saw my father tell me about that shit, that he thinks that he was pondering about that shit, I was like, whoa, this nigga did his research. or like just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, because he loves space and shit. So for that shit to crack him, that he been like loving space, always wanted to be like an astronaut since he was a kid. That's crazy. You know, it's just not conspiracy theorists, yo. It's really weird. And you know, it's also like, I must have said this before, of course, the slogan of the podcast. But wouldn't you think these white people would have been so money hungry that the trade of interplanetary trade will be so worth it? Just be like, all right, yada yada, motherfuckers. Of course, let's just give them like 1, 2, 3 years of like documentaries of bullshit that we found that prove the aliens are right. Let's curve them that way, and then y'all come out, and then, you know, we blow it off and whatever. Let's just make money. That's it. We make money with like linen, tea, salt for different. Imagine a different planet that they have an abundance of gold, but they don't have an abundance of water. Now our water over here, which we can all drink, and it's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't taste like, it just tastes water. It's bland. I used to hate it at first, but you know, cold water or whatever, just water is necessary. When you figure out how the body needs it so much, okay, that's their goal over there. So you're gonna tell me if there's so many fucking stars that we can't really see in cities because of the light pollution, but you know, there is pictures that you could see, is like, you know, when you're somewhere else or whatever with less lights, you see all the stars and they're all out there like fucking sand. How the fuck we ain't seen one of them come over here, to the point that they just be like, I don't give a fuck what your rules are. We're gonna come and we're gonna show ourselves to all the motherfuckers. Unless there's a fucking universal law, but where's the cowboys at, right? Like the ones that just be like, fuck it. And listen, I did see UFOs. Not aliens, they ain't come out with the green suit, no. But UFOs. It lit the fucking crazy. Like, sometimes I get why people won't want to share information, but at the same time, I keep it real with myself. I call balls and strikes like the umpire. Was that a fucking a skunk works? Skunk works. I bet you didn't know what skunk work is, right? I had to look that up. Skunk works. Fucking I know y'all heard of I forgot that. No, what's it? Well, I was gonna say General Electric, but General Electric means a lot of shit. Maybe not fucking UFOs, obviously, right? But Northrop Grumman, I think that's the name. There's another fucking company that Boeing, the Boeing company that make airplanes. You telling me them niggas never made like something that was super super fast? But obviously, if you just put that shit out on, like, in the government, you don't want them to be on your ass, or because maybe the government told them themselves, like, listen, don't beast on like how, you know, crazy you can make planes now. Look at the phones, how it changed every 10 years. A phone gonna be fucking super beast different. Imagine planes. We've been running the same planes all the time. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta expand our brains, you know, because these people probably have secrets, and maybe all them UFOs is just super super technology that they never really could show up, because we'll be like, yo, well, hold up. Then y'all niggas can make fucking money. Why the hell we living in, like, you know, this kind of like slavery type of shit? And I know people be like, oh, nigga, we ain't slaves, we in America, and if you don't want to, you know, you gotta work. And hold up. The quality of life is what's important. We all don't choose that we know of. We don't pick and choose our parents for them to fuck. We just come in here. And we having it okay here, but we have to be the voice for people who are babies that are just out of nowhere born in Afghanistan, and now this bullshit happened because white people want to come in with their bullshit ass shit and conqueration and shit or whatever, and they do sloppy shit like Biden or Trump or whoever, whatever, and lead to fucked up shit. And yes, people in their own countries, probably because of they take certain biblical scriptures or ancient scriptures to the fucking T, and they fucking wild out. But we need to at least have a conversation. We're not even done for that. It seems like they don't even try for that. And everything is like a greed shit. The greed is killing it. Not climate change, but greed. How come they don't push for that? How come Greta Thunberg, that bitch, I was gonna beat, but she is 18 and over, so I can say that bitch. How come that bitch ain't speaking about greed across the world? But no, they want to come with their little climate change to build back better, and then hit us over the head, and then it's gonna be too late for us to at least be like, oh, wait a minute, this whole time y'all was that's where the fucking the chopping block hits your head, and you're like a fucking like a goldfish when they go like that with their mouth with the head chopped off. Too late. But anyways, this sounds fucking really gonna sound really grimy the way I just hard shifted to this. But I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna land the plane. 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's a lot. But I did feel like I kind of did good. It's one of the good podcasts, at least. I'm getting better. You gotta admit. California out of all places. Liberal California. 25 Cali inmates earned their bachelor's degree. First ever graduation ceremony at a state prison. In good news, right? That's a good fucking segment. I should have set that up better. I'm gonna just, this is the first one, so the second one's gonna be a little better. I'm gonna have to make sure I at least go and find some good news. You know what I'm saying? Because the winter is here, my nigga. But that's what's up, and more jail should do that. Jail shouldn't really be about you going in there and now you're gonna probably do more time because somebody in there want to fucking raise their rank up and show people that they're tough and not take it up the ass and shit and fucking go cut somebody who hasn't been cut their face out. And come on, this is fucking ridiculous. We're all humans, yo. We're all humans. And then the fact that people are making money off of prison and shit like that. And then when people are so stubborn that they just willfully go into prison, those are the coons too. Yeah, I spoke about this. You're making the white man money, motherfucker. You can't be you can't be thinking about it like that and then be out here like Black Lives Matter, like fucking Planned Parenthood. I posted in the stories. They posted Black Lives will always matter, and it was the post was by Planned Parenthood. 78% of their bullshit is in the fucking urban neighborhoods. See, you see what I'm saying? See, now it went back to negative. Yo, anyways, more programs should be in jail. They're doing nothing, focusing on violence. Push them. Make it requirement. Like, this is gonna sound crazy, but a good whipping. At least by black people on blacks and then whites on whites, I guess. But whatever. But force them to fucking make good out of their lives. Keep track on them. The way y'all fucking track us all the time, and y'all just be like, here's this acknowledgement, and we just scroll all the way down, because they'd even be like, don't press check until you go scroll, and we just scroll down to make sure we just press check and keep going. But in that way, the same way in fucking jail and shit like that. All they got there is time. Don't you want to fucking create better? But no, they don't. They want people to go in there with like 2 years. Their case is not coming up yet. Una vaina rara. It's some fucking delay. And then they're there and they can't like a pussy, so they got to go kill. And then it's just, y'all all just reaping off of all that bullshit. And when I say they all, whatever, y'all all, I mean the people who are the owners of that. That we got to look into that. But no, we just want to be at the surface level. So sadly, this was some bad news, but I have to just say this is good news because 25 people, at least in California, earned their bachelor's degrees. Hopefully it won't be diminished when they just be like, I'm signing this application. I can just go on the internet and see that you fucking stabbed 2 people in jail and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is America. The world's greatest country when white people want to tell you that, right? But when it comes to bullshit like this that's going on, they always want to use a but. No, nigga. We have evidence that y'all did what y'all did to people of black and Hispanics in the 80s with never mind slavery, because y'all did, after that y'all be like, oh, that's a long time ago. I didn't have to deal with that. Okay, but how about when the CIA had to put drugs in the streets, but they didn't put drugs in the Hamptons unless they came over here or we went over there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hypocrisy, and that's why the censorship of the internet is very important. So they'll use stories that you would just fall into to make sure that behind the scenes it works for people who are really putting in work. I'm not putting in work. I only have 7 people tops watch this shit, but I'm passing the information out. This is the real internet. I'll leave it at that. Pirate radio, because this is what it is. Whoever is receiving this broadcast, you are the resistance. Pirate radio Episode 20, the Big 2-0. Hopefully I can keep on continuing consistently. Whoever listens to this, thank you. If y'all bots, thank you. Thank you for the bots. Fuck it. But I'm just passing along what I heard. At least for us to even look it up ourselves. Why not? If we see how much time that we pay attention to a fucking iPhone and it tells us the hours, we'll be surprised. I was surprised. Episode 20, Pirate Radio. Peace.